Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Single Dad Tips. My name is Kevin Callander and I'm a single dad. For the past 15 years I have raised my two children while struggling to hold a job down in the wonderful Buffalo economy. Today is a typical winter Friday in Buffalo. About 6 inches of new snow has fallen since midnight last night. The snow plows are out and rumbling down the streets. The school buses are out. They're dropping children off. See, it takes a lot more than 6 inches of snow to cancel schools in the Buffalo area, and it's just one of those beautiful Friday nights. Now, every time it is a Friday, because I am so programmed when it's my weekend to have my kids, I go through a laundry list, a checklist of things that I need to make sure that I've done and that I have prepared, because I'm going to have the kids for the next 2 days, 2.5 days. And you got to be prepared to do that. So here's some of the things that I always do, that the Thursday before or the Wednesday before, depending upon what my schedule allows, in order to be ready to have my children. First off, I got to make sure that I have 2 kinds of orange juice. One likes pulp in theirs, one doesn't like pulp in theirs. I need to make sure I have frozen waffles. I need to make sure I have eggs. I need to make sure that I have milk. I need to make sure that I have the proper cereals. I need to, and that doesn't mean the cereals they had last week or last month, because that changes. I need to make sure that prior to going grocery shopping, I let my kids help me fill out the menu so that we can get the kind of food or kind of cereals that they like. I need to have thought about the menu, thought about planning. What are we going to eat while we're here? Is it going to be all takeout? I don't think so. I can't afford to do that. So we actually sit down, the girls and I, the week before. So we'll do that on Saturday or Sunday of this weekend, and we'll plan out the next weekend's menu when they're with me. I let them pick stuff that they like. I try to do relatively healthy. I've found that the children are a lot like animals, in that when they're hungry they'll eat, and they may say they don't like something, but if you prepare it the right way and you let them help you prepare it, most times than not they are going to actually they're going to eat it. They're not going to go hungry. They're not going to starve. I used to load up on cookies and chips and ice creams, and I found that wasn't doing anything but making me a lot fatter and making them run around with sugar highs. So we've gone a little bit healthier with the foods that we eat and the kind of foods that we stock the house with. There's a lot of apples, there's a lot of bananas, a lot of good fruits. I shy away from oranges and plums, and because they get really messy, and messy means Dad has to do additional cleanup, so that's not a good thing. I also make sure that if we're going to do something special, if we've got an event to go to, that's planned out, that I know that they know we're going to do it, so we can start getting ready in time, and I plan out the route so I know which way we're going to go, so that I don't have to be worrying about, oh no, how do we get there? I've already figured that out. Now, with GPS systems and Garmin's or whatever you have today, that becomes a lot easier. In the old days, you used to have to look at a map and do the MapQuest and kind of try to take that as you go. One of the most important things that I do is I go online to their school sites to find out if there's any school activity, if there's any sporting events, if there's any homework projects that the teachers have said that are due over the weekend or due Monday morning, so that we can schedule that into our time as well. When are we going to do our homework? And then, it's one of those things, if I'm prepared, it's a lot easier to just concentrate on being their dad and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, we forgot this. Everybody in the car, let's go to the store, let's buy this, let's bring it back. Because, until your kids get to be a certain age, you're there. You are the person you got to put them in a car with you. You got to take them in the store with you, bring them back, and that can be a hassle, especially when there's 6 inches of new snow and all the parking lots are snow covered. For those of you lucky enough to live where it's really warm, that's a hassle in and of itself. You come into the car, it's hot and sticky. Yeah, I don't want to sit on this. You know how that goes. So my tip for today is, when it's your weekend, you know in advance that it's going to be your weekend, dads, go ahead and plan for it. Go ahead and get your own little checklist of the things that you know that you need to have. Blankies. If your children have blankies or favorite stuffed animals or favorite nightgowns or t-shirts to sleep in, make sure that you have that before it's midnight or before it's nighttime and all of a sudden you're stuck. As my children got older, contacts, glasses, they needed to have both. Well, they don't always stay at the right house, so that's one of the things that was on my checklist. Kids got tired of me asking, do you have this, do you have this, do you have this? But it sure beats having to bundle everybody up in the middle of the night and go get it. So hope these tips work for you. Hope that whatever you do, that you make this weekend a super weekend with your children. And I look forward to talking to you soon.